It was one, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got it. We got it? Okay. All right, may I proceed? Okay. Sorry about that delay. 3 minutes, we had a technical issue, so we're going to go ahead and call to order the June meeting of the Historic Preservation Commission. And Madam Clerk, can you call the roll, please?
Chairman Miller,
Here.
Vice Chair Pruitt, Mr. Ferguson, Ms. Fritz,
Here.
Ms. Irvine,
Here.
Mr. McKay, and Ms. Rollins.
Here.
For the record, I'm here too, just it doesn't count as an absence, right?
No, we're good.
Actually, you're reading my mind, except you're blocked by the podium. I was going to mention that you will get credit for attendance. So we're going to go ahead and move through the agenda. Next is for the approval of the minutes. As per routine, these were distributed in advance for your review and comments.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes.
I second.
Okay, a motion has been made to and seconded to accept the minutes as written. And they do reflect the one correction that I had emailed you about. So is there any further discussion about the minutes? All in favor of approving the minutes as written, signify by raising your right hand. All right, that carries 5-0. Next, we have committee reports. Are there any committee reports? Usually not. All right, we'll move on to old business. Any old business to come before the commission? And new business, we have one item on the agenda to consider tonight, and Mr. Ferguson is the petitioner, so he is, as a member of this commission, a commissioner, he is recusing himself. The record can note that. This is 307 First Street. So, and Ms. Hudson, you're going to be our representative from the city to represent, so you're on.
Yeah, hello. So I have a question for the commission. Do y'all want to vote on each item, or do y'all want to go through 1 through 6 and then vote after?
I think sometimes we do opt to consider them separately, and this has got several different elements. Does anybody on the commission have any preference on that?
I say, how about you tell us about them, and if it sounds like we need to break them up, we will break them up. But I think, from what I know of it, I think we can maybe do it all at once.
Okay, great. So here's just overall view of that community. Here's a closer look at that property. So the first item on the agenda, well, 1 through 6. So number 1 is going to be the gate. The applicant proposes to install a 6-foot wood fence along the west side of the property to continue with that existing fencing. With a metal or wood gate. Please note that the gate is the only item under review by the commission. So next we have that roof replacement and roof line. The applicant is proposing to create the existing roof line by matching the original roof pitch on both sides of the structure. The applicant can go more in detail regarding design and materials. And this is just an overall view that was submitted by the applicant of all of the developments and renovations that's going on the property. So you have the driveway, sidewalk, windows, roof, awning. Next, we have that front porch and awning. This item proposes to remove the existing metal awning and replace it with a gable roof that matches the dormers on the front elevation. Wood Gorbels will be used to support 2 light fixtures on either side of the front door. Lastly, the applicant is also installing handrails. Next, we have that accessory structure. The applicant is proposing to remove a portion of the shed addition and rework the roof line to a gable design with a 5:12 ratio slope. Next, we have those windows. The applicant is proposing two renovation options for the structure. Option one involves retaining the existing storm windows and installing original style wood windows with a 6/6 grid pattern. Option two is including removing all metal windows, canopies, and storm windows, replacing the existing windows with a new double hung vinyl windows featuring stimulated 6/6 grids and wrapping each window opening with trim and shutters. In addition to these options, the applicant is also proposing to replace, relocate, and add gables with a 1x4 trim, install window shutters to match the existing, add a simple window during the roof replacement, and trim all windows openings with a flat border detailing. And then this is another picture. Oh. Here's another picture of those windows. Lastly, we have the front door. The applicant is proposing to replace the existing front door and hardware with a wood door featuring a half glass panel in either a 4-light or 6-light configuration. So we also have additional for renovations that's happening on the property. However, it would go through admin since they're pre-approved materials. So that would be the driveway and sidewalk, the wood fence, the carport repair, and lighting. And here's just a list of those pre-approved siding materials and pre-approved fences and gates. Here's just some pictures of the ones that will be approved. I only had one, that's the carport. But the other ones you would see in, so you have that driveway that's in the rear of the property, along with this where on the west side they will install that fencing, as well as the sidewalk, and then the siding as well, but it's not included in the illustration. Do you have any questions for me?
Do you have any more information on the history of the property?
So yes, it's not registered in historic preservations in our surveys at all.
It's not in the survey?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You don't know when the date it was built? No?
Do you know Mr. Ferguson?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I want to say it was after the 70s, maybe after the 80s. However, like I stated before, I'm not. Well, I would say it's not listed. I also looked on the website as well, and it's not registered as a historic site.
A contributing?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So I think what you're saying is it's after the Daniel Pratt Historic District was established. I think that's what.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's also, I want to say, since it's a corner lot, it may be weird. However, it's not listed at all in any of our surveys. So it's not listed in the surveys, whether is it going to contribute or not.
Okay.
Yeah. Wish we had Miss Taylor here.
What's that?
I said, wish we had Miss Taylor here.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
She would know. Yes.
Is there any more questions for me?
No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you have a question?
Oh, I was just gonna say it was built, according to tax record, it's built in 1939.
Okay, that makes
Oh.
sense.
They did a lot of
Kind
renovations.
of older.
It does. I mean, the
main part looks older. The others look like they were probably added.
It's like after the 20s, the 20s were Victorian or bigger, and then the 30s were, after the stock market crash, everything was smaller like that. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It fit with 39.
Thank you.
All right. And now the petitioner, Mr. Ferguson.
Good afternoon. I am Scott Ferguson, petitioner for 307 First Street. And I guess, and I've got my original, it's a little bit out of the same sequence that she did, but essentially I, from crawling under it, believe that that central area was the original part and that they've added those wings. And so that's part of one of the reasons that west side is rotted away. It's actually, they've got a patio on right there at those front windows. And so anyways, part of it is trying to get the gables fixed to back to something architecturally pleasing. I guess to that point, left and the right side, they are built differently as far as the materials of construction. But I guess, would you want me to go through each one and explain it in more detail, or you got questions?
It's got so many twists and turns, and
Okay.
some of these graphics help with that. I
Yeah.
actually went by there this afternoon and worked the list and walked around and
Okay.
poked around, but that would help me.
Yes, so, and let me hit the list for the application, which is a little bit different than how they set it up, because some of these are probably already admin approval. The first one that I had on there was the driveway and sidewalk, and it is on the corner lot. And so this is actually, from my kind of investigation, appears to be an old driveway, because they've got a culvert that you can drive through to the back, and then when we get to the shed, they've actually got a garage door on that shed. And so the concept is to essentially connect that driveway, yep, there it is, to the other driveway, if that makes sense. And so, and again, I'm not interested in doing concrete, but just a gravel driveway. And then it also, in the front, there's actually, under the grass is a sidewalk, but obviously it's been ran over. And so I have a sidewalk that comes straight out the front, from the front door. So that's the driveway and sidewalk. Any comments or questions on any of those? Item 2 that I had was the wood fence. Essentially, that fence currently runs to this point right here. If you draw that up, they've run the fence in front of the carport. And so the concept is to actually bring it out to the edge of the house and be able to put a gate, if that makes sense.
Like where the yellow square is?
Yes, that's exactly right.
The blue and the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. But it's currently, and you can, if you hit that other driveway pic, scrolling through from the other driveway, you can see there's actually, the backyard is already fenced in. We're just trying to get it so to make it kind of make a little, one more over, a couple more, yeah, right there. Yeah, this is fenced in all the way through here, and so this fence, it would come out to the edge, of the building, if that makes sense. And then, of course, gates.
Start from the edge of the building?
And go straight, yes,
Okay.
yes, straight back. And gate-wise, I was wanting to do like a steel gate, just because, if you put an operator on a wood one, those things don't work very well. But just a black, simple picket type deal. The item 3 on there was the roof replacement and roof line. And yeah, back to that, it's not matching the gable, it's bringing it down, a foot, yeah, exactly. And then, of course, one of the things after I submitted all this that I was like, man, I probably should have done a more clear job, but it has to do with the windows, is laying out there'll probably, with a new floor plan, either be a louver on the side of those gables, if that makes sense, and just having, I guess, a little bit of variance to, figure out where those things go. So anyways, the roof line is obviously take out the patio that's on the top of that and then match the same roof lines. And then, let's see, item 4 is in the back. It's a carport repair. And that's kind of where this thing kind of got started. It was, hey, I was just wanting to refurbish that because and that's the back. If you'll go to the very last picture, it's essentially already built. It's got a metal roof on it, and I was wanting to go ahead and just replace that. And Josh said, yeah, hey, you probably need to get in front. And I said, well, let me go ahead and get all of the application done. But essentially just I'm doing like for like on all that. It's not making any bigger, just replacing the metal with, something that's doesn't look like it's about to fly off the roof.
But you were demoing the addition to the,
This is the carport where on the back side.
okay,
That's a
not the
different
storage
picture.
shed.
Yep, that's a
Okay.
different picture.
I don't think there's like a picture, is there not a picture of just that, is there?
I don't know. I didn't see it. Item 5 was the front porch repair replacement, and this was essentially, it's got this little metal awning on it, and it's, hey, doing a simple gable with some corbels on it and kind of dressing it all up, not that I'm super crazy, like trying to give the house back some symmetry, right? And same with the window placement on the front as well. And then the shed repair and roof line modification, that we do have a picture of. It's a shed in the very back right corner, and I was actually thinking about demoing the whole thing, and Josh was like, well, it's outside the thing. I was like, well, I might not be able to get it approved to put another shed back there. And so, have you got the shed picture? They've added this little lean-to, yeah. And so it's essentially the vertical, I'm wanting to just remove it and then go and put a simple gable and end up, it probably adds a little bit of height in order to raise, the walls of that, but then refurbish that shed. And it's just a old mechanic shed pretty much where they, work on this and that.
This and that.
This and that, yeah. I mean, hey, y'all should come over and see the this and that they left in there. There is a lot of.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It's
This and that's got to be in there.
there is a lot of this and that, and I didn't want to tell Joe, but they had some baby cats in there, and I didn't tell her. I was like, no. So, anyways, yeah. Item 7 was a siding replacement, and essentially where I kind of was with it is I was gonna patch all of the cement board siding back, but and so I was gonna because it is extremely durable, but also I also wanted the option to do just the approved hardy board, if I went wholesale, but if I went that far, then I was gonna try to get some leniency on some windows so we can just get the whole building envelope all jammed out. But that was item 7 with siding replacement, and I think that's an admin deal. Mm-hmm. And then the 8 is the windows, which, so the original structure has just the 9x9 wood windows over it, and then they've got the aluminum that they've added on, and then on the other side I got some other hodgepodge, and so these I was going to replace with some, old wood windows that I found that were 9x9 if I could. Or the other option is,
Do you mean 6/6?
yeah, excuse me, 6/6. I keep on saying 9/9. Yeah, 6/6. The option 2 would be to remove them all, remove the metal window canopies over them, which but then I was trying to see if we could do some double hung vinyl windows that have the, grids in them that mirror essentially what that is. And of course, the house not being contributing, I'm just kind of, so anyways, and then of course wrap them with the 1x4s and get it all very similar to what kind of the rest of the street's done. And then, so that's windows. 9.
So, hold on the
Oh,
windows.
yeah.
So I'm still trying to, so all the rest of the windows look pretty much like regular windows, and this,
Not,
so,
so some of them, and there's, yeah, like some of them are blown out, like this is wood that's on the back that has a screen over it, but essentially, and that's not the 6/6 either. But yes, on each of the additions, the windows aren't the wood. They typically go to this aluminum, if that makes sense.
but
And-
I'm talking about more the configuration.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
they just nail windows
Yeah,
together
if you go to
side by
the
side. So,
front of the front elevation.
so your plan on that side was to,
Yeah, to essentially have it mirror, so they kind of had a sunroom on that front right corner, is to kind of nix that and go to a single one over there, so it's
I
all
got it.
symmetrical.
I get it.
And then, and that was the other thing too, because the backyard, I haven't even got the floor plan of what I want to do on the inside, is be able to put, one of these standard windows, as needed on that, if there is a spot that needs it, if that makes sense. I didn't do an elevation of that, but, and of course, you can't see it, it's in the backyard, and it's got, it's behind a 6-foot privacy fence.
So what you're saying is, there's one window on the left side. And so
Yeah,
you
right
wanna
there.
you wanna convert that sunroom to a one window?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
And then, of course, be able to do that with either option 1 or option 2, which is, hey, option 1 is try to find old wood windows to drop in there, or option 2, hey, get some new windows that are, double hung vinyl windows that have the simulated grid in it. Any other comments, questions on that?
I have some questions
Yeah.
about the roof.
Oh, roof,
So you're going with metal roof, is that right?
metal roof just on that, where it is already metal. This is all asphalt.
And then the roof line for the sides is just gonna be equal to the new
Yes,
roof line?
the exact same
Okay,
pitch.
sorry, cause I thought I heard two different things.
Yeah, same pitch. It won't be the same plane, meaning I'm gonna drop the gable down about a foot.
Okay,
So,
that's what I heard. Okay.
yeah.
And then, so with the windows, you're wanting to go one large window to cover where the 3 windows are put together?
No, just a window that, yeah, to make it all symmetrical on the front.
Yeah. Where that like sunroom addition thing is.
Yes,
yeah.
that's exactly
With the
right.
aluminum windows that are
Yeah,
currently there.
they got to go.
so looking from the front of the house, it'll be totally symmetrical if you,
Yes.
Drew a
Yes,
line down the
there's
middle
a
of the-
little point, the weather vane is not in the center of
Yeah.
the house, which drives me bonkers, but I wasn't gonna let anybody, now y'all will never be able, yeah, but that's the goal. Yeah, the chimney is just a little bit not centered on the,
yeah, I
yeah.
like the weather vane. So,
Yeah,
but
and that
other,
stays, I love that thing. Yeah.
other than that, but it's almost mirror image.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that helps.
And then, item 9 was this is just an old, door, trying to class it up with a wood door, 6 light, nice stained wood door. And 4 light, 6 light, doesn't matter, just, any and all those things.
The fence, you said black wood
Mm,
fence or black metal?
So we're not
Sorry.
voting on the fence.
Yeah,
But
I'm just trying to get
the
a visual.
gate, the fence is gonna be a 6-foot wood privacy fence.
That's correct.
And the gate is going to be the black, wrought iron, right, to match the rest
Or
of the.
aluminum or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, if you get a bunch of wind gusts on those, yeah,
Mimicked wrought iron,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
mimicked
yeah.
Well,
wrought
that's
iron,
gonna be
yeah.
on both sides?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then, the last one was just lighting around the doors and floodlights, all the kind, just, in the corner, there's no lighting on the house, so that would be item number 10. Do I hear any motions? Am I done? Any questions?
Do you have a picture of what that awning, have you built that awning before? Just because it's gonna get into that roof line?
Yeah,
It's gonna be,
essentially, and I started to kind of Photoshop for lack of a better term, but I'm gonna match the roof lines on those dormers as far as, bringing it out and then having just some wood corbels that, hold it up type deal. So it'll bring it out, and then obviously, right now, it's got that metal canopy and that goes away.
so you'll fill it in, you'll fill it in just like those are filled in?
That is correct.
And it's gonna be pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, it'll cover,
Yeah.
the little stoop, if
Yeah,
that makes
yeah, yeah.
sense, yeah.
I mean,
I
it'll
can,
go way up into you'll tie it back into the roof,
oh,
right?
yeah, it goes back. So if you pull it from, like you have a diagonal of the front? I can't remember if yeah, so it won't, it'll come out, but yeah. If
Mm-hmm.
I had to draw some lines on here, you'd have the gable right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes back just like that one.
Yeah,
So you don't get a dead valley or anything.
okay.
I make a motion that we approve.
Whoa, public hearing.
Do what?
I gotta have a public hearing.
Yeah.
You good for me?
Thank you. My attorney trying to rush this up. Let me get back on track here. Okay, so yeah, we do have as part of the steps of public hearing. Is anyone in the audience that wishes to provide any input on this proposal? Seeing none, I close the public hearing. So is there any?
Did anybody? No?
Nobody raised their hand. So, any further discussion? I would, Mr. Ferguson, if you can move, I hate talking. And I'm going to go ahead and say I dropped a Robert's Rule of Order. You should have been seated up here until we needed to get you out there for this specific part of the agenda. But so I just want to commend you, and I'm sure the neighborhood does as well, for this.
We got a hand raised now, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So if that answers, I think, part of my question. It was like, well, which of his houses are you the neighbor to? Is it this current one?
Yes.
Is it
No,
Miss
I
Joe
live two
Clark?
doors down. I'm Joe Clark. My husband was Dr. Clark. And
Okay.
the Old White House.
I know where you live.
I
Yep.
know a lot about the house because I have lived in my house 37 years. And before that, my husband and I were married 58 years. And the McMichaels owned that house. When Scott gets through with it, it'll be as pretty as it used to be.
Amen. Yeah.
It was really a house that accented the community. And I think when he gets through with it, it will be just as nice.
Yeah, it's exciting. Now, I was joking because we've had a different request from Mr. Ferguson on a different property, so we know of 3, so I didn't know which one you were the neighbor of. So,
I'm on First Street.
I know where you live now that you've reminded
She
me.
supports the shed too, just so you know, right? You support the shed?
The shed,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it's so nice.
Okay. Especially with all the this and that I'm sure has
And that's,
been moved in.
Get to this and that, and then I'm starting to
Been
fill it up.
moved in already. All right, so again, though, but I digress. I did want to applaud you for undertaking this, and I agree this is going to be a jewel. So, any further discussion? Can I hear a motion, Mr.
I make a motion that we approve Mr. Ferguson's application in full as submitted.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the application as presented. Any further discussion on the motion? All in favor signify by raising your right hand.
Bless you.
And it passes 5-0. All right, so now, Mr. Ferguson, you can come join the commission.
I don't have a name tag up, huh?
That doesn't matter. So, next item is there any other business to come before the commission? And I would make a couple of comments. Our agenda for next month, I'll be similarly situated to Mr. Ferguson because I'll recuse myself. We're going to bring before the commission a petition to do a new home construction on the corner lot and Bridge and Maple. And that's adjacent to my current house, and that is one of my daughters and son-in-law. So I'll be following in Mr. Ferguson's steps. So just want to go ahead and give you guys a heads up.
What's the date on the next month's meeting?
July 24th. Thursday, third Thursday. So, all right, if there's nothing further, we stand adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.